Beach.
Hi everyone.
Aaron told me to do that.
No, shut up.
No, he specifically asked me to. Oh, Kasey, can you say beach before we start the episode? So I said it.
Bleep. Hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of Low High Trips featuring
It's me again, Mario.
Beep, 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 beep,
Kasey.
beep, beep.
Kasey, yay! Kasey with the K.
Yeah, Kasey the KKK.
Oh, no, don't say
Oh yeah, true. So what are we gonna talk about today, Kasey?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right. You know what? Since we don't know what we're gonna talk about, let's just jump into. All right. Let me ask you a question then.
Oh my god, I'm so scared.
Right?
What is this, like, what interview?
No, relax. Okay, this is a very open-ended question where you will discover a better understanding and awareness of yourself. Yay!
I don't like open-ended question. That's the thing. There's no right and wrong. That's why it's so scary.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna jump into it anyway. Then you
Okay,
decide
okay,
if that's
okay. Oh, yes,
it's
yes,
a
yes.
KKK.
Shut up! Oh my god.
Yeah. So, what is your creative expression? I'm not sure if we talked about this before, but my creative expression is pretty obvious, which is this podcast right now. It's one of the many platforms that I would like to express my creativity through. For you, what's your creative expression?
I think we already talked about this before that I have none.
Mhm.
Yay.
Yeah, but what is creativity to you? How do you view creativity? What is that?
I don't know, maybe color. I mean, if you will have a pick on it, I don't know, it could be the way you dress and then the movies you watch and maybe I don't know, maybe when you post pictures on Instagram, you tend to edit a bit,
Okay.
change it to the color tone you like. Could be
Okay.
like the aesthetic kind of thing, a way for you to show your creativity, I guess.
Okay.
But if you're talking about as in hobby, like doing podcasts, like actual output, I don't think I have any. I don't draw. I don't really like do podcasts or yeah.
But the thing is that I recall that you used to draw and I saw a few of your drawings and they were good.
You saw?
You showed me.
When did I show you?
That's not important, but you showed me.
Okay.
And okay, look, maybe I should clarify the question a little bit better, okay? By providing like my answer.
Yeah.
So to me, the way I view creativity is that there's like imagine like a bar, okay? A bar of creativity. And the thing is that me doing the podcast is able to like exhaust this creativity level lower. So what that means is that I'm fulfilling it. Does that make sense? It's like your hunger level. To me, it's like you're hungry, you eat food, and then you start becoming full, right? And then after a while, it starts becoming hungry again. So that's exactly how I view my creativity level. Creativity level. So with my with that level, it's like hunger. The more I feed it, which is like the more I do my podcast, the more I record, the more I edit, the more I plan, the more I brainstorm, that level goes down and my need for it becomes lower temporarily before it recharges and refuels. So that's how I view creativity. Do you have the same perception, the same concept of creativity, or how do you view it?
No, I just don't have it. Just because you have it doesn't mean everyone has it. I have no problem being like not creative. I don't have that problem. I'm just not. Yeah.
No, okay, look, first of all, I don't think you're not creative.
Okay, maybe I am, but I don't have the needs to be, oh my god, I have to let it out. I have so many ideas. I have to draw. I have to write. I just don't have it.
You don't have that drive. Like you
No,
don't
I don't
find the
have
need
it.
for it. You don't
I don't
find
have
the
it.
want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a desire to do that.
Okay, so let me pick one example recently what happened as well where you completely overhaul your Spotify. So for context, Kasey's Spotify is really precious to her. Like she holds Spotify really. I'll let you describe it.
I think it's really personal.
Mm.
I feel naked. If people, okay, not naked, but as in like,
We're not gonna link your Spotify. Don't worry.
I mean, I don't mind. I feel like my playlists are really good. Just saying.
Yeah, I think first of all for context as well, Kasey is very prideful.
Yeah,
And that's not something to be ashamed of. She's genuinely prideful over her music taste.
I'm not saying like I listen to this album, I'm better than yours, you know, but it's just like I think I'm quite happy, content, satisfied with my own music taste, the type of listening, the type of music I listen to. So I think it hurt extra hard when people be like, oh my god, the songs you listen to suck, you know. I think other people wouldn't take it that personal, but I would take it personal. It's kind of like you can attack about you can say I'm fat, but you can't say I have bad music taste. Yeah.
So you feel like your music flavors
Yeah,
are
because
a
I think
vital part of your identity.
it really represent me somehow in a way. I've spent a lot of time because I think I showed you before, like you know how at the end of year report Spotify
Yep,
has.
yep.
Mine's like crazy, like the minute
Wow,
the
yep.
time I spend on Spotify, so you can tell I listen to it a lot. So like imagine like something that you do for so long, if people be like, nah, you're shit, then it kind of hurts. But I don't think it's necessary creativity. Maybe a bit, but it's not like, I don't know. Depends on how you define.
True.
Okay. Beep. So turns out I used to 2019 total time I spent on Spotify was 18,000 minutes and
80, you mean?
80. So 850. Oh shit, 40, 5
Yeah,
zeros.
40.
4 zeros?
40, yeah.
Is that 5?
50 is 800,000.
Oh shit, yeah. And then 2020 I spent 50, was it 58 or 51?
60,000?
I think, yeah, 58,000 minutes on Spotify.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to the point is that yes, Kasey definitely attaches a very strong pride to her Spotify playlist.
Yes.
And what we were trying to say is that what I was trying to say is basically you were editing your Spotify playlist. I think there was what 9 of them, 8, 9 of them, right?
30.
Okay, but the ones that are public.
Oh, yes. I have 30 playlists, but the public one, as in if you click into my profile,
Yeah.
those you see, I think I had 8.
Yeah, so basically what you did was you spent the entire night just editing the album of every single one of the playlists. Before that, it was completely random. It was like
Album cover.
Yeah, it was like the default album cover before that.
Thanks
However,
to you.
oh, thank you. But yeah, essentially what you did was that you went on a spur to completely overhaul your Spotify public playlist,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And how did that feel?
Feels good, complete, as in now it's really personalized, customized in a way, and I use my own pictures, so it's kind of like it felt a bit narcissistic though. It's like, oh my god, why I'm using a picture of myself, you know. But a bit shy, but it's okay because my account is really private. They only like 10 or like 12 followers, so
Yeah.
people wouldn't know. As in, even people they click into the place, they wouldn't know like it was my picture, I guess.
Yeah, but then now, since you decided to make it public.
No, not. I think I used to do more, as in terms of creativity. I think I used to draw a lot and I used to write a lot. And then I used to edit a bit of videos. I'm not gonna disclose what sort of content, not porn, just saying. No porn, huh? No, just but it's just my hobby. I used to do that kind of stuff. So I know a little bit of editing, but really basic. Photoshop, yeah. But then yeah, I think I got depressed and I just suddenly lost interest in everything I've done. So I just don't
Until
do it
today?
anymore. Yeah.
So basically, you feel like you got depressed until today?
No, I don't think I'm depressed, but when I got depressed, I just lost interest in everything. Now it just kind of like I just don't. Even now I'm happy, but I just don't have it anymore.
Okay, and do you feel like you've lost like like a part of you, identity, or?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of sad. I don't have the interest anymore, but at the same time, like I'm kind of just used to it. Cause what can you do? You can't force yourself. It's the worst if you like force yourself to do it again, and like it's kind of hurt. Like, oh shit, like I used to like it so much, but now I don't feel anything when I do it. It's low key worse. Like for me, I just kind of leave it there, just to accept the fact that I don't find that enjoyable anymore.
So personally, to you, you feel like when you are getting involved into like creative processes again, you feel hurt.
Not hurt, but it's just like I don't find the enjoyment anymore. Then what's the point doing it? And like, I don't want to force myself to do it. I mean, it's
Okay.
been a couple of years. Obviously, like oh shit, like suddenly I don't feel enjoyable anymore doing the same thing. Like why? Then of course, like there are phrases that I kept trying, but it's just to a point that just wasting of time.
Okay.
I think it's
And
easier to just accept and move on.
okay. And what do you find enjoyable right now?
I think just talking to people I like.
Mm.
I don't have big dreams. I'm so done with people be like, oh, my life has to be so interesting. I have to travel the world and shit. Like, I don't have that. I never had that desire. I never want to travel the world. Like, you do you. If you want to travel the world, it's fine. But for me, like,
Mm.
yeah, maybe sometimes I want to go to places to eat, but it's not like my life goal and I have to do it. Like, I'm cool even I don't do it. I'm cool even I just do a road trip, drive down to, I don't know, Wagga Wagga. I
Geelong.
really, I just don't care that much. And yeah, I
Okay.
think just generally talking to people I'm quite happy with. And then I drink a bit on the weekend, going
Mm.
to bars. Yeah.
Okay. It's fair enough. I mean, I feel like sometimes when it comes to, all these like creative expressions, major life goals, dreams, objectives, like we have to respect that it's perfectly fine for people to not have these things as well. Because why are you imposing your own life rules onto
Mm,
others, right?
mm,
Like, doesn't mean that people who do not enjoy expressing themselves creatively are any less superior compared to people who are more creatively expressed. You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
And why is that a measure? Why is that a measure of someone's like success? Why is that a measure of someone's like well-being?
I think it's kind of a bit like the toxic positivity. Not necessarily toxic, but it's always people be like, oh, what do you like to do? Do you have a hobby? Do you have a hobby? Like, it's okay to not have a hobby. I don't have a hobby. I just lie in my bed. I watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I laugh and then I go to sleep. I'm happy. I don't need a hobby to be happy. So it's okay to not have a hobby. Sometimes it's just so toxic. People keep pushing you
Mm.
unconsciously, or like maybe they're not pushing you, but you just kind of like, oh shit, everyone has a hobby and I'm doing nothing. I just like, I know I just went to Asian grocer, then I picked like 3 different cup noodles, and now I'm so content, satisfied. I'll be
Mm.
happy for a week. This is fine.
I think one thing, you mentioned hobby. I think it's not more about hobby, but it's more about like passion.
Yeah, passion.
It's always like
Yes,
you
yes.
must have a passion. You must have something that you want to live for. You must have something that you want to die for. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm,
And yeah, I think it's always about passion. It's always about, oh, so what are you passionate about in life? Because I think hobby is like a platform of releasing the
passion.
passion
Yeah,
fuel.
yeah. Of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
And if you don't mind me asking, what are you passionate about? Because you mentioned that, you like bars, you like trying new food, you like communicating with people. So would you say that your passion is essentially like when it comes to humans, social connections, social interactions, trying new things, trying new food. So it's
No,
like,
I don't like trying new things. Just let me be. I just don't have passion, okay? I just enjoy doing it, but I wouldn't call it passion. Like, oh my god, now today
mm,
I'm gonna talk to my friends for 2 hours.
mm,
That's my life goal. I don't have it. And I don't mind new things, but I don't actively look for it. So
mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. I think personally to me as well, I feel like when it comes to trying new things, I'm definitely not like the front man for it. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm
Yeah.
not the one leading the line, yo, let's go and try new things. Because typically I'm more content and comfortable in my own comfort zone. But I feel like that's always like a life dilemma for me.
Mm,
It's always like, oh man, I'm always doing the same things. I'm so annoyed by it. I need to like try new things. I need new experiences. Like it's always a dilemma, right? Like
mm.
between doing things that you like versus doing things that are out of your comfort zone, which could push you to grow or push you to discover more things. Does that make sense to you?
I think it's the concept of comfort zone because sometimes when people they so bit hesitate to try new things because the concept of new things is so big. It's kind of like overwhelming in a sense. It's like, oh shit, like it's a big thing. I have to stop. I have to think about it. I have to plan the backup plan, like the consequences if I'm gonna try it. But I think for me personally, I really minimize the meaning of it, as in
Mm.
the new thing, the comfort zone. So to me, it's just like an everyday thing. It's not special in the first place. So for me, it's really easy to try. If you get what I mean,
Yeah, I somewhat
because
see where you're
the
coming
like
from.
trying new thing is not special to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I think this is like the argument between like width and depth. But what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to your passion or like trying new things, right? Like, I don't think it's fair to judge someone who prefers to constantly do the same thing. Because when you constantly do the same thing, I believe that you are getting better at the same thing and you are increasing your knowledge and your understanding. And, like you analyze the shit out of the things that you do. For example, the
Yeah.
absolute depth of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, for example, if someone's just like super passionate about, I don't know, man, like singing, and
Yeah.
they just like constantly do that, but that's the same thing, right? The same activity every single night, every single day. And people are like, oh, why don't you want to try new things? Like, you don't do that, you don't say that to someone who's already successful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, for example, you don't go around like telling Kanye West, like, hey, why don't you try acting, man? You know what I mean? Like, oh, why aren't you trying new things? Why are you? But to be fair, an argument where Kanye West is always trying new things. That's why all his albums are quite different. But that's a whole topic for another day. But look, I don't even know where I'm going with this, but all I'm trying to say is that, look, you do you. Whatever you find passionate in life, go for it. Whatever you think would make you feel, I don't know, happy, go for it. But of course, there's always that dilemma between staying in your comfort zone and being content versus getting out of your comfort zone, feeling slight discomfort or plenty of discomfort in the exchange of personal growth.
Yeah. I think it's the concept of comfort zone. It's like, oh, comfort zone is bad. Why are you in your comfort zone? You have to jump out of like the hell. So let's say you have to do a new thing, as in you have to get a new job every 2 years, huh? Like it's not like that. Like I feel like we're kind of in a generation we will push so much public capitalism or something that we constantly be like try new things, no comfort zone, but it's okay. Like kind of like stigmatized somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. But I guess if there's one takeaway, is the fact that I'll say, look, you only have one life, as cliche as that sounds.
Yeah.
You have one life and you own your life. So go decide on what you want, decide on what you think is best for yourself. Of course, you know to think long term sometimes. Don't decide on what's best today. That's the reason why I probably say advocate against smoking. Look, I'm not going around judging people who smokes, but if you're smoking, I don't know, from my point of view, I don't see a medium/long-term benefit. I used to smoke a couple of times. No, not really. I mean, I used to smoke here and there a bit over the past few years, but the reason why I stopped is just because I don't see that benefit medium to long term. Look, this is not me asking you not to smoke, but if you are trying to quit, where I know a friend of mine who's actually trying to quit at the moment, things are not easy because my friend has actually gained weight from trying to quit smoking. But hey, if you believe that's your goal, look, go for it. You got this. Just keep pushing and you have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
So, Casey, if there's one takeaway from this absolutely messy, all over the place episode, what would it be? What's one thing that you would like to tell the listeners?
Why are we so obsessed with the idea of takeaway? Can't it just be like an experience? Like just have a podcast and done, like yay, bye. Doesn't have to be a lesson all the time.
Oh, I don't see takeaway as lessons though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for me, takeaway can just be like, yo, everyone go
Like
listen to Tame Impala. Go listen.
conclusion?
No, not even conclusion. I think it's more like, what's your final word before you leave?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, how about this? What's one music that you would
So-
recommend for this episode?
My final word can like probably has nothing to do with the entire episode.
Yeah, you can just be like, hey, everyone, go and watch, I don't know, Squid Game or something like that. Just anything you want to say.
One thing I want to say is that I really want to eat my salted egg yolk milk bun. That's all. Yes. I want to eat yesterday as well, but I didn't have time and I was so full, so I was low-key really upset about it. So I really want to eat it today. That's my goal for today. See?
It's a smart goal. It's measurable, attainable,
Yeah.
S-able,
Yeah.
R-able, and T-able. What are they?
No,
I'm quizzing
smart
you.
goals. Subjective, measurable.
Subjective?
Shit.
Are you sure? One of the factors is subjective.
Is it subjective? Success?
Sustainable.
Shit, fuck. What? Time frame?
Timely or something, I don't know.
Times, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. You don't need a big goal. You don't, yeah. What? What do you want?
Wrap it up.
What if I don't want to wrap it up? Huh? You try to fight me? Beat me, huh?
Why are you so aggressive today, man? Just wrap it up.
Yeah, it's okay to not have a big goal like me. That's just how I live. I want to eat salted egg yolk today. I want to eat shin ramen tomorrow. I have different food I want to eat every day. That's why I can't die, man. There's so many food I want to eat. That's how to stay, alive. Bye.
All right, guys. Once again, thank you for listening to another episode of Low High Trips. This is Aaron, and this is
Aaron.
Idiot. I'm so tired, man. All right, guys. Take care of yourself. Stay safe in this insane climate.
And eat salted egg yolk milk bun.
And do your own research on everything in life.
Including the milk bun.
Shut up.
I wouldn't want to eat it.
Then go eat it, okay? Don't like.
Oh, so mean.
Shut up.